we have fun here.
Christ on a cracker.
Good morning, everyone, and hello. Welcome
good morning.
to the first official Gamescast episode of the For The Geeks channel. I'm
Wow.
your host, Jonathan Miranda, and I obviously still have a stuttering problem. Joining me today is the one, the only Chris Seeger, as indomitable of a spirit as he is.
Yep. Howdy, y'all.
Also joining us today, as a special guest of honor, we are graced by the presence of one Mr. Jesse Ceballos. I always do that. What the fuck do I always do that?
Caballos, he's a horse.
Okay.
Ceballos.
Caballo.
Ceballos. At least it's not like the teachers, Ceballos.
Savalas.
Okay.
Ceballos.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, teachers had it worse. All right.
For the record, we will refer to him as Jack all the time. So,
Yeah.
Jack, welcome. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you
bro.
for having me.
Of course.
Special guest of honor.
Yes, special guest of honor, because you're never on the shows with us.
We don't talk about it.
We like having you here, so
Exactly.
thanks.
Yeah.
It's not my fault. Life.
Life does happen.
It does suck.
Life finds
Not
a
wrong.
way, as the great
You.
Always.
not late Jeff Goldblum says.
Yeah.
Anyways,
He better not be late. Yeah.
today we're going to be covering some recaps of some of the standout games and our impressions of the Gamescom 2022 showcase out of Cologne, Germany. For those of you watching live, thanks for tuning in. And feel free to chime in whenever you have something to say, or if you just want to say hi in the chat, go ahead. Just say hi. It'd be nice. It'd be really sweet. It'll make me feel better anyways. If you're watching later on YouTube or listening on your favorite podcast service, smash that like button or give us a rating. If your input will help us shape the future episodes that we film, and it relays feedback to us where we need it. And we greatly, greatly appreciate that. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of housekeeping before we start up today's activities. Number one, there is a new episode of the For The Geeks podcast. It's our episode ranking top 5 anime of all time, as well as some other things that we get tangented on in anime. If you'd like to listen to that, you can head over to your favorite podcast service right now by searching up For The Geeks podcast, or by clicking the link in our description down there, or searching up our link tree.
Yeah.
There, you can listen to all of our podcasts from day one up to the current one, given there's only 6 podcasts.
Yeah.
Our link tree is linktr.tree or .e, whatever. You guys know how dumb that thing is. / For The Geeks.
Apparently we're live on Twitch. Yeah, right now.
Yes, we are.
Nice.
We are doing a live recording. There was
Bing.
a
Come on
reason I
over.
said we started already, so.
Well, you should be more clear with that next time. Okay, that's great.
Number 2, our Patreon is in the works for those of you who'd like to support the show and take us to even greater heights. We will be unveiling the official tiers list once we have things wrapped up on our end, so be excited for that. The tiers list will include lots of access to unseen content as well as other benefits, so stay tuned as we release more information. In the meantime, as of the release of this episode, we will have our Patreon open for a $1 tier of general support. While $1 may not be much, that $1 will help us move towards our production goals and give us the ability to really give you guys a show with the quality that you all deserve. So,
Yes.
yes.
And it'll buy us top ramen.
It might,
All the
honestly,
top ramen.
if one of us is starving, I'm pretty sure one of those dollars is buying someone top ramen. But it's definitely going to help us move the show forward and become even better, so you guys can enjoy on the viewer side. As we unveil those tier lists, there will be lots of exclusive content that we'll do and other things. So, yeah, everyone be excited. It'll be fun.
Excited.
Oh,
Yay.
Excitement.
And number 3, a new weekly streaming schedule has been posted on our Twitch channel. Each day from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., we'll be doing streams, which Mr. Jack is in charge of.
Damn right.
So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or hate mail, please direct them at him.
Oh yeah. Why the hate?
Looks like
Hate
we've
is
got some people in
necessary.
chat already. Nice. Hi, E.
What's up, people?
All
Hello,
right.
hello.
Let's see. Jack, what kind of content can these folks expect to see in the coming weeks?
These folks can expect a bit of Apex, Still finishing up the playthrough of Little Nightmares, Kingdom Hearts 1 playthrough, and probably a little bit of Fortnite mixed into this, and some art.
Kingdom Hearts. Nice.
Nice. Very nice.
Oh yeah.
I like that. Awesome. Well, you can all catch that later on twitch.tv/For The Geeks Games. But for now, let's get on to the topic of our show, which is going to be our Gamescom 2022 recap. Woo!
Yay!
Let's go. Recap.
Yay!
House in the background. I was like, what is that? What?
I didn't see it. It was moving so fast. What is he holding?
I was like, how do you hold a blur? How do you hold a blur? That's fucking crazy.
So fast.
Oh my god. So, gentlemen,
Yes.
how excited are you for our Gamescom stuff?
50% excited.
50%. Okay.
75.
I'm brutally honest.
75.
That's fair. That's fair. That 75 is a good outlook. 50% is kind of harsh, I think. But
That's what
fair.
I am.
That's fair. 50-50. You're giving it half a chance, and that's fine. Half a chance is better than no chance, right?
Yes.
Good old college try there.
So, our first stop today is going to be one that a few of us have already talked about. However, I feel it is necessary to talk about this game as it will be a major player in the PlayStation ecosystem for 2023.
Yeah.
That game is Forspoken. And let's get our audio guy to set things up because nothing's set up.
Audio guide.
Audio guide.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, so this is Forspoken. This is a new 10-minute gameplay trailer that we got out of, what do you call it? Out of Gamescom? Why did I say what do you call it? I'm dumb.
Wow. Okay.
So, this game is basically, if any of you watch anime, it's an isekai. So you're a person in real life, and for some reason or another, the gods of the universe decide that it's your turn to live in a new world. So
Reincarnated in another world.
this game is done by Luminous
No
Productions.
harem.
They are the developer team that worked on Final Fantasy 15. So just off the bat, I can see the similarities just in the graphics and design alone of the game, and in the way that you're traversing in the wild. What do you guys think on it? Give me some impressions that you got watching this trailer. Some concerns. Let's start with concerns.
Concerns. Well, right off the bat about this game, after I watched the 10-minute video, I did not like, I guess, the facial animations. Nope. Like, it's you expect games today to have, teams that can really animate well, and here this game is already, close to completion and what have you. But I feel like they could have done better with the facial animations. It's not as bad as Mass Effect Andromeda, but when you're talking, like you'll see in the video, when we get to a point where she's talking to a shorter lady, only her eyes, and like this lady, her eyes and up seem to be moving, and her mouth doesn't really feel like she's a real character, and her cheeks don't really move properly. So that kind of pulls me out of the immersion when I see stuff like that, because this isn't the 2000s anymore.
Yeah.
They should have better animation and what have you. I also have other issues with the game, but Jack, if you want to say something, I can let you go too.
No, I was agreeing with you on how the facial animation. Now that we're not in the 2000s
right
anymore. Jesus, you don't see the cheek animations aren't there.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot more fleshed out games that aren't as good like this, but have better facial features that really, really draw you in and tie you into the game more often.
Yeah.
Exactly. Another one I would have to point out is something I personally don't like. It's a staple of Ubisoft, and that is the whole tower reveal system where you have to go to a landmark and it activates the map pointing out waypoints. And that, for me, that takes away from the immersion that I used to get out of The Witcher, Skyrim, or even Elden Ring in those games, where there's high emphasis on you find stuff in the world for yourself, and it's your job to either remember it or a landmark gets revealed to you in that way, thus making exploration more rewarding. Hell, even Black Desert Online does that. There's an entire leveling system based on exploration in Black Desert. So you're encouraged in that game to go and seek out the unknown by yourself. There's no like right now.
Yeah.
She's about to activate this tower pylon. See, I hate that. That's just to me.
Yeah.
I understand it's hand holding, but I see too much of it, and it's oversaturated. I don't like it.
Fair.
It is in a lot of games nowadays
Yeah.
too. Like
Yeah.
other games, you'll see it. Yeah, okay, I go up to the very top. Ezio, freaking Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft. You said,
Yeah.
oh, I locked the whole thing, and now I get to see where all these waypoints are instead of you full on exploring it yourself.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I found it for myself. Let me mark this later on. I got to remember where this location's at.
They not only like in Assassin's Creed, like when I was playing Far Cry, they also have it in there too. Which the first Far Cry was completely different. It didn't have any of that because it was a very linear game. But then I think it was 2 or 3 that started the open world stuff. I think it was 3.
No, 2. 2 started a lot
didn't-
of open world stuff.
Okay, well I didn't play that one, but anywho,
Man, you missed 2. 2 was like the best part of Assassin's Creed besides Black Flag.
I guess so. But still, those had towers too. They had radio towers, and you had to use it to unlock the map, which just proves.
Oh, you mean
useless
Far
in
Cry
my
2? I thought
opinion.
you were talking about Assassin's Creed 2.
No, I'm talking about Far Cry.
Yeah, never mind. I was about to say, I was like, what are you talking about, radio
I
towers?
know it was in all the Assassin's Creed games, starting with the first one.
Yeah.
But
Well,
anywho,
No, those are definitely good concerns. I don't feel so strongly about those towers per se. I mean, in all fairness, you could just ignore them if you wanted to, but I get where you're coming from with the oversaturation. I do see the facial animation problems as well, especially like right there, we had Frey just kind of sitting there smiling, and it was a little janky of a smile. It kind of looked creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit unsettling.
Just a little bit.
But
Awkward, cheesy smile in the middle after destroying everyone.
what I'm my biggest concern currently with this game is not necessarily traversing its open world, but I'm worried that the open world may feel a bit barren or empty.
yeah,
Looking at the videos right now,
Yeah.
the traversal looks amazing. Honestly, it reminds me of Marvel's Spider-Man, the Insomniac one. And I loved going around the city. That had a lot to do with being able to be Spider-Man and actually get a good feel for the swing as you went through it.
right.
This game, while it may not be Spider-Man, the way that you're getting around the environment and the way you're moving, it just looks fun. The way if you'll see in a moment, she kind of she vaults over. She does like a little parkour vault over an animal.
Yeah.
And it just looks like it feels good. It looks like it's going to make the combat fluid. And then apparently, depending on where you're standing, you can also use elemental specific attacks, which is interesting. And I want to know more about the combat system itself. But standing out from it, my worry is that the world's going to be too empty. And that's the biggest worry with any open world game for me.
Oh yeah,
If you don't have things in between to make you feel like you're doing something, like Elden Ring was huge. Elden Ring was
God.
massive. But
Oh my god.
at that same time,
Even
I was
Breath of the
able to
Wild.
like walk through even Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
never
yeah.
felt like there was nothing to do. I felt like walking through that world, I was immersed in it. I was always in Hyrule. I was always in I forgot what the place in the Elden Ring's called. I literally just played it. the other
Elden
day.
Ring Land.
In Elden Ring Land.
Elden Ring
That
Land.
makes me feel dumb because I wrote a review on it. It was
Oh
stupid,
wow,
but
good job, cuz.
basically those worlds felt full. They felt like they had meaning. They felt like they had people even in a game where most of the enemies were
Agreed.
everywhere. So
Yeah.
hopefully this game follows that, because my problem with Final Fantasy 15 was that I felt that the world was a bit empty and sparse at times. It did feel like a major trek, and I know that the big part of it was to be able to travel together with your buddies in the game, in the car, play the radio, and kind of give you that road trip feel. But for me, the road trip feel kind of got taken away from because there was so little happening around me at all moments. One thing I'll start with I'm happy about is the combat. The combat looks good.
Agreed.
I remember in 15 that Luminous Productions had the teleport system with your Kingsglaive. So,
Yeah.
you know, it kind of broke the game a little bit. It didn't make it feel as you had so many consequences for doing certain things, and the attacks felt less varied. So with this system being able to switch between so many different types of magic in different forms, in different situations and scenarios, and have a multitude of spells from what it looks like, it seems like this game's going to have an amazing combat system.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping it doesn't get too overwhelming with all the spells. You know, in mid combat, you're like deciding between like 18 different spells and shit like that. That's the only thing concerning. I love that I have a whole array of spells to use, but the scroll. I don't mind the scroll wheels.
Yeah.
But half the time when I'm watching her run, she's like running, trying to decide what else to use, stopping, going back in, fighting. So it's like a lot of poke and pry, you know, in and this and out.
Yeah.
You know, go in, drop this, come back, stop. But other than that, it looks good.
Yeah. I wonder if there'll be like a loadout system though. You know, like so, shoot, what game was it?
Kind of like a hot
something
stove.
like a hot switch. So like, you know, you have setups of different loadouts of spells and different combinations that you can swap between seamlessly.
Yeah, if it comes out seamlessly, ooh, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Look at that teethy ass smile. She was all teeth on that one.
Yeah.
So it looks good. I mean, it looks like it's going to be good. And for a console game, especially for a next-gen game, I agreed. The facial animations do seem to be one of the biggest concerns currently. But
yeah,
with Square Enix publishing this, with Luminous Productions, I'm sure we'll get some sort of day one patch, like with every game.
We'll see.
Hopefully it'll work. It'll work itself out.
Yeah. Not my cup of tea, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I definitely want to give it a good try.
I'm definitely going to try it. I'm
opposite of what I say. Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Totally fine.
I cannot wait. I'm actually excited because Forspoken was my Game of the Year contender for Elden Ring until it got delayed, and now I'm like, oh well. At least I've got a Game of the Year contender for 2023. It just depends on how it gets delivered. We'll see how that goes. But stay tuned, folks, because I'm probably going to write a review on this once it comes out. The release date is, I believe, January 23rd. Oh, no, 24th. There it is. So keep an eye out for that at the beginning of next year. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's Magic Cat.
A cat?
What would you give a rating out of this between
right
1 and 10?
now,
John?
just out of my impressions
right
now, I'm sitting at probably like a solid 8 and a 10 scale rating. Solid 8 because, again,
solid 8.
You know,
okay.
The animations are a big part, especially with something as insanely huge as a Square Enix game. They typically don't fuck up facial animation. I mean, look at almost every Final Fantasy game. It's usually on par or usually on point.
Cutscenes and character faces.
Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe we'll have like a good story out of it. Maybe the story is going to make up for some of the display animations. But
yeah,
it's got to make up a lot.
Hopefully,
if that's how the whole game's going to be. It's going to be like playing Oblivion with next gen graphics. So we're going to move on now to our first random trailer reaction. This is something I saw. It's an indie game. It's called
indie game
Chainsaw Club or Chenso Club. If you would, kind sirs, give me just a moment.
No worries.
There we go.
All the worries.
All right. Don't worry. Don't worry, Simples. I got one for you later. Trust me. You're going to love it.
Oh, no.
Okay, this looks like something my friend Dr. Kearns would play. For
this game looks fucking
pixels.
Awesome. I'm so excited for this game.
Chainsaw wielding android with an evenly blah blah blah. Okay, that's definitely
the wait is over. There was a wait.
There was. This game was first announced about a year ago, I think, a year or two ago, and it looks so cool. It's basically like a new age Mega Man with multiple characters.
Not my cup of tea. I suck at platformers. So
I wouldn't even say it's full on. I don't know if it's a full on platformer. Just by the video itself and seeing the arenas that you have to fight in, it kind of reminds me of
It does
Towerfall.
Look like a platformer.
It looks like Towerfall and Mega Man had a child. I don't know if you guys played Towerfall before, but it was an older indie game with bows and arrows.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was fun.
Fucking love Towerfall. So this got me hyped. I was excited. Thank you, IGN, for letting me use your video because nobody else had a fucking video out there.
But that wasn't IGN. That was game trailers.
Oh yeah,
Was
it
it?
a game? Yeah, it's a game trailer.
Oh.
It's a game trailer that they stole from
Oh my
IGN.
God.
Okay, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to find videos out here because I can't find fucking press release for this shit.
Guess not.
So yeah, here's your second one. One that Jack's gonna be super excited for, I think.
I don't even know what the fuck this is.
This
DLC
is DLC
for a main game. For
DLC
what?
for Nobody Saves the World.
Oh, he was talking about that earlier.
The DLC.
So we were having a lot of fun with it.
Oh my god.
I think it's super cool. Just having new forms in the DLC is gonna be fun. I don't know how I feel about the bee, but that engineer looks sick as fuck.
Also,
The bee is going to be interesting. No, because I've seen the guy, the old man Jenkins. He
Yeah.
looks like a pretty fun character, but the bee, I'm interested because, well, I was a turtle and a slug before in that game.
Yeah, I remember.
So the bee is interesting.
Apparently,
this
you can
also
play
looks
mini
like
golf too.
something my friend would play. Not my cup of tea, his cup of tea.
Another drink
It's a
box
good, cute,
studio
fun little game to play with a friend. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. How'd you guys like those trailers? Any thoughts?
I mean, I already said they're not for me, but they look
Mega
interesting
Man
for
World, yeah.
my indie game friends, like Ryan and
Yeah.
Dr. Kearns. They would love it.
That's
Your
fair.
indie game friends, they love them.
Yes.
Oh,
One of them is always trying to get me to play indie games. I'm just like, shut up. I'm not.
yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Like the last time I played an indie game was that he recommended was actually Katana Zero, and that was the most frustrating game I've ever played. But I beat it anyway because he said
Hey,
if you
good on
beat it,
you.
I'll give you Hotline Miami for free, which he gave me. And I'm never gonna play those two because they're also fucking hard. So I'll
Oh
pass on
man,
that.
dude, Hotline Miami's so good. I love.
I bet
that
it is,
game.
but I get angry
Never
very
even played-
easily. I value my monitor. I'm not gonna break it. So yeah.
Hotline
I
Miami.
value my monitor.
Hotline Miami is basically you get one hit,
Damn it.
you have to move through a building and murder a bunch of people.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
super
same
fun.
with
Alrighty
Katana
then.
Zero. You get hit once and you die.
It's
You
super
have to
fun
dodge
though.
everything.
We'll have to add that one to the stream schedule because a replay of Hotline Miami, especially on PC, would be so much better. Oh my god, I would actually be able to aim my shit way better than I would before.
PC for the win.
All right, next up
You see?
is going to be the Lies of P gameplay reveal.
Yes.
So this is Lies of P. Lies of P is a
Liza.
is a Souls-like take on the Pinocchio story.
Yep.
It is very steampunk. It is very dark. It looks like Bloodborne, to be fair, and it
It
looks
looks
like fun.
gorgeous.
Oh yeah, it looks
Coming
great.
from somebody who
Looks
hates these
bad.
kind of games. Again, this is also not for me. I'm picky as fuck, but too bad. This is definitely something my friend Ryan would enjoy because he loves all the Souls games, and Elden Ring. It's like his favorite game now. But
It's a
it
great
looks
game.
fantastic. I like how they incorporated the steampunk feel to it, and how they're going with
Timothy Chalamet.
what?
Timothy Chalamet. Pinocchio
What is
looks
that?
just like him.
I don't know who that is.
You ever watched
Right.
that new Dune movie?
Yeah,
No,
That kid.
wait.
the main character.
New
Oh,
Dune?
Yeah, the new Dune movie. He looks just. This guy looks just like Timothy Chalamet.
I can't see his face. So
They had it earlier in a different video. So it looks
anyway,
very
it
Bloodborne-y.
looks. Yeah, it looks cool. I like the steampunk aspect because all the other ones are high fantasy or gothic theme, so
Yeah.
or even futuristic with like the Surge or anime with
Yeah.
Code Vein. But I like when they're able to bring this sort of gameplay style into other themes and whatnot and make it work.
Yeah.
So
Like
this is
another
really
genres.
cool. Oh, I see
Yeah.
what you mean with his face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It gave me like a real Dishonored
Nope.
vibe when I
Yeah.
seen it. It gave me like real steampunkish aesthetic, and I was like, "Dang, this looks nice." And then watching the fighting, I understood when you guys were saying that. Oh, it's like a Souls game, and I was like, "What do you mean, like a Souls game?" Like at first, it didn't look like it from watching this, but then after seeing the gameplay, I was like, "Oh, dang, no, this is definitely like a Souls type game."
Yeah. It's not gonna be hardcore exactly like it. It may have its own feel, a little different nuance to it, but it's very much in the vein of a Souls-like game. One of the cool things I noticed about it during the 12-minute developers gameplay trailer was that it looks like you can customize your weapons in a sense. So the head of a weapon can be mixed with the hilt or shaft or whatever of another weapon. It looks like so like you could get like the blade of the axe on like a spear, make it a halberd or something like that, and it looks like really good customizability. It's really interesting, and I'm honestly extremely excited for it. But the biggest thing the biggest thing I'm concerned about is whether they're going to barrel hard into what the story of the game is, or if they're going to focus more on the actual combat. Because if you lean too far into one, I think that could be the thing that messes it up for this game.
Yeah, definitely. That's the make or break point, and that's how I felt with Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah,
was they leaned a lot into the story, which I felt, but the combat was lacking a lot because a lot of times when you're trying to grapple or trying to do something in mid-fight, you were unable to grapple, or you were grappling an enemy or grappling something wrong. Like, and plus you couldn't even look up fully all the way to grapple where you needed to go up to an upper ledge and things like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is a neat concept as well that is adding into the game. Apparently, your choices can affect the outcome of the game. So this game may have multiple endings.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's
it depends.
awesome.
It depends on how you act and how you react as Pinocchio. It could make a big difference in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can get that. Let me see if I can get that gameplay, actual dev playthrough.
New gameplay breakdown.
There, this one.
There, yeah.
All right, let me find it. There is a section where, perfect. So right here is when he's sitting down at an actual thing, and you can switch between the arms that he uses, and they do different things. Like in the trailer, you saw that one of the arms was like a flamethrower, but right here, he's got puppet string that shoots out a wire. So it's very Sekiro style. You can grapple to enemies, you can pull them closer to you, or you can grapple to the bigger enemies. And each of these arms has obviously a different type of statage. It looks great. There's one that's like an electric arm, but nobody's used it correctly, I guess, yet. I guess you have to be really close to use it. Maybe with upgrades it'll change, but even the characters, the enemies themselves, move in such a creepy, doll-like way.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. They move all awkwardly.
So if you lean hard into the horror of it, I think this
looks great.
Will be great.
I do too. Yeah.
Maybe you won't have Sekiro flashbacks in this one, Jack.
Oh my god. Hopefully not. Oh my god, it's horrible.
Oh boy. So yeah, 2023, no hard release date, but we've got a release window of 2023, and that's not too bad, I think. Let's see here. All right. On to the next one.
Yes. Miasma Chronicles. Okay.
Yeah.
Another indie game.
Another indie game, kind of. This game is produced by 505. And if you know 505 Games, they are the group that published Control, Death Stranding, and Terraria. So,
Terraria and
Amazon Tralala.
Yeah,
Amazon Simulator. Yeah.
Amazon. Oh yeah, Amazon Simulator. I was like, Terraria is not an Amazon Simulator.
No.
I know. I was like thinking about that. I was like, how is Terraria an Amazon Simulator? I was like thinking about it hard too.
It took me like 5 seconds to figure it out, but I got it.
For Johnny, it was Fishing Simulator the whole time.
Oh, dude, yeah.
God.
All I did in Terraria was fish. I am the king of fishing. So good at it.
do?
He literally was. He got everything for potion.
What happened?
You clicked off.
Clicked off what?
I can't see the video.
On Discord.
On
for
Discord, I can't see. You just now I see the document. There you go. Okay.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why that was popping up.
Yeah.
Now the video's lagging. What the fuck? Okay, there we go.
Probably catching up. Yeah.
Elvis.
So, what I got from this game was that
You clicked off again.
Hey, sorry, I had to pull the dock back up.
Oh my God.
This game looks to be like a turn-based strategy game so far.
Okay.
It looks like a very polished up XCOM. If you would see in the video,
okay.
as you see in the video right here, it looks like you've got spaces to move to, spaces to move around, and in the coming seconds, in the coming seconds, you'll see them hiding behind right there, hiding behind cover, taking shots, throwing grenades.
Like,
so you're not a fan of that kind of strategy game, I would say.
I am if it's fantasy like Divinity, Original Sin, if Baldur's Gate 3, or if it's Cyberpunk like the Shadowrun games, I'm okay with that. If it's just like these, nah, I don't really care.
Not a big fan of like turn-based like this, mechanics like that. Like, don't get me wrong, they're okay in their own right, but me playing it, I'm just like, move here,
agreed,
move there, move there. All right, moving on. You know, that's just me though.
That's fair.
Last Hero of Nostalgia.
I was hoping Brooks would be here to give me some more talk on that game, because that one I'm actually excited for. Me and Brooks play XCOM a lot, so we are definitely excited for. I would say he would be excited for something like that, and I know he would have a lot of stuff to say. I think it looks good so far.
I feel like he would really like that a lot.
That's definitely a me ass game. So I can see myself getting it and playing it, and it is an Xbox title, so I can only guarantee that it's probably going to be Game Pass day and date. So once it comes out,
Divinity.
I do. I still have to do Divinity, and that I will add to streaming. So don't worry, we're gonna get there. Yeah. I just need to play it. Brooks hasn't been online lately, so I haven't been doing it. I might just go back to my single player character and run through that way.
Oh, quick tidbit too. Scorn is coming out soon.
Yes, it is October 21st, I believe.
What is?
Yes.
Scorn. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's
not like a first-person shooter, that's for sure. Although it does have guns.
It's basically Doom, but everything's gory.
But Doom is gory. There's demons.
In this world, it's not demons. It's more of a hellish scape of machine and flesh, like molded together and things like that.
Oh, nightmare fuel. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That's
a great way to describe it.
Scorn.
All right, moving on to our next random trailer that you guys had no idea about. This is a game that we talked about, actually. This is a game we talked about a year ago at last year's Gamescom. I don't believe we did a recap episode for that, but it was also announced at Summer Games Fest as well. And, boy, am I excited for this one. This one looks like fun.
What? Talk about more games that use simplicity.
Yes, indeed.
This game is called The Last Hero of Nostalgia. It's basically a Souls-like, but other than... But it's weird. Like, you put on armor and you become... You are a stick figure. You're 8-bit. Everything gets broken down into bits. But when you put on armor, you become 3D. And it looks like a lot of fun. The last time we talked about... Oh, now there is co-op, so there's 2-player. We can play with friends.
Okay. This feels like if I wanted to get good at a Souls game, I would play this.
Use this to practice.
I would use this to practice getting good at a Souls game.
Oh my god.
And then I'd be like, okay, now to try Elden Ring.
That's fair.
That's funny though. So you kind of become the armor in a sense. So you become whatever armor you're wearing.
Nice.
You can,
character customization.
What's great is the class
skin color. Yes.
Class system's great.
That's fun.
Instead of a paladin, you're a dadadin.
Wow.
What?
There's a sorcerer, but it's spelled like source code.
Oh my god, that's
source code.
It looks like a lot of fun. It's definitely
that's hilarious. Look at that. He's blended into the fucking wall. That's genius.
Mario, really, Rainbow Road? Oh my god.
And he's doing the song. That's the best part.
Oh my god.
Oh man, this game is basically a Souls game on crack.
Maybe I'll play this because it's so silly.
It really is. That's what makes it look like so much fun for me. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Completely ridiculous.
I hate you.
Oh, man. Meet Your Maker. That's the name of that other game that I wanted to talk about the other day.
He died by a train. That's funny.
All right. Next breakdown video we're going to put up right now is actually going to be a combo video. We're going to talk about 2 games on this one, and I made that last-minute call. The first part we're going to talk about is going to be Callisto Protocol. They released new gameplay footage and concept. What do you call it? More information about the game. Basically, they gave us this new in-game footage of the game.
Well.
Now, as some of you may or may not know, this is the Callisto Protocol, which is run by a team of industry veterans ranging from Call of Duty and Dead Space developers. The head of this project is Glenn Schofield, one of the major developers off of Dead Space. This game is, as they say, very gory, very dark, and gritty. So, this comes out next year. This comes out at the end of the year. December 3rd, if I'm correct.
The second on the video description.
Second? You're right. There you go. See, I'm always off by one day.
One day.
So, this is new footage. You get to see a bit of the dismemberment. Something, obviously, the developers took from their love of Dead Space. See half an arm there on this guy. He gets hit with some shit.
Gravity gauntlet. That's cool.
So, like I was saying earlier when we were talking pre-show, that gravity shit is used by the prison guards in the game to control the prisoners where they're at.
Yeah.
So, if you think about it, it's kind of a really fucked up place already.
Well, I mean, they're prisoners, so I mean, they got to restrain them somehow, futuristic. Like, oh, no more restraints. Telekinesis. Stop them when they're dragged.
Oh my god, he just grew his head back.
If you saw right there while he was doing that, he was, there were tentacles coming out of his head, right?
Yeah.
Those tentacles are mutations. Glenn Schofield at Opening Night Live was talking about it, and he was saying that the mutations are going to make the game different in the sense that once you decapitate or change something on somebody's body and they become a little bit more stronger, they'll become faster. They will become faster, they will get more power, it'll make them more deadly and dangerous, which in the middle of a firefight, a really big firefight, could be the game changer in terms of whether your character gets brutally murdered or lives. Currently, after that gameplay fight trailer, they gave us another trailer of a cinematic part where you're sliding down a water filtration system or some shit. And this is...
Getting flushed down the drain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You almost hit that drill. So, this is to show off some of the animations they've been working on in-game.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
No, it looks really, really good.
Like, I'm usually picky as fuck because I hate horror games. I hate horror or anything, but I played Dead Space 1. It scared the shit out of me because it was very unique. Like, the only time you've ever seen horror and sci-fi together was Alien, and that's what made it so incredibly successful because no one had combined those two genres. And this, I think, also takes the cake just like Dead Space did. So I'm definitely considering buying this game when it comes out.
This is going to be a great game to play. I can hands down
scream
guarantee.
like a little girl the whole time.
That's the best part of these games, though.
Oh, yeah.
It is. That's what I loved about Dead Space 1 was all the death animations between all the creatures. And then,
beautiful.
you know, it was so good. Just randomly. Like, I would figure out, like, hey, I wonder what happens if I die by this guy. I wonder what he does. What he does different. Yeah, no, just like penetrates you through your chest and just rips you apart. And I'm just like, oh, so that's how I die.
Yeah.
So the developers have been talking about it as they've released more trailers, and they have gone above and beyond with the death animations in Callisto Protocol. As you saw in that last trailer, as you were going down the water slide, if you happen to, or unfortunately happen to, bump yourself into one of the fan blades, it'll hit you, grab you, pull you up, and then split you in half. In one of the first gameplay trailers, they had an enemy basically bite your face off, like literally, like half your face just off. Just face. I want his face off.
Quick little.
No, nobody. No Face Off reference. Nothing.
Face Off.
The TV show?
No, the movie with what?
I never saw the movie. There's a
I
TV show
never saw
called
a
Face
movie.
Off.
Oh my
Makeup.
lord!
That's what I thought you were talking about.
No,
Face
no,
Off.
no.
See?
I was talking about Jack Nicholson. I'm Jack Nicholson. Whoa, Nicolas Cage, John Travolta. No,
No.
all
No.
'90s
Not
movie.
ringing a
Man,
bell.
we're gonna have to do like a rewatch of that. At some
Movie
point.
night.
Movie night.
That too.
New idea for the Geeks for the Geeks movie night.
Oh.
We're gonna watch stuff with you, but you're gonna have to find it on your own because we can't stream it.
Yeah.
We'll stream watching it together, so you can all watch with us, and we'll time it. It'll be
Yeah.
cool. It'll be a fun night. It'll be a fun thing.
Yeah. In
So-
Discord.
Anything else to add on Callisto Protocol, Jack? Anything you?
Not that I can think of at the moment. No. Just that I'm really, really excited for it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Damn.
For those of you listening, audio listeners, I'm sorry. This is a very visual episode. If you want to hear us, just keep listening to us talk about this. Like, we probably should have put that disclaimer in the beginning, but I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
But-
Okay.
You're still getting reactions. You're still getting the talk. You get to hear us, but you just don't get the visual essence of it.
You gotta wait for the video to come up. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Moving on, we're going to move to the second part of Breakdown. A new Hogwarts Legacy gameplay trailer came out, and Sniffles brought this to my attention, which
Yes.
I did
I
see
want to
it.
see it.
I did see it, but I didn't put it
Wait.
into the doc.
Wait, can I use the restroom real quick?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
We'll
Keep
fill
talking.
this in with ad time.
At times.
This is ad break. In fact, ad break. Are you looking for some new friends? Want to watch someone play your favorite video games and fail at them miserably? Well, look no further, because at twitch.tv/forthegeeksgames, we have entertainment for you all, from shooters to survival and everything in between. We have you covered. You can catch our game streams Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. PST. Are we not playing what you want to see? Well, then drop us a message on Twitch, in the chat, or on YouTube, and we'll do our best to add game suggestions into the rotation as soon as we can. We'll always try to keep playing the freshest, most new games that we can find, and anything that seems to keep people's interest. That way you guys can always have fresh content to watch. So subscribe and watch us get wasted in a game for no fucking reason. If you're looking for gaming news, Let's Plays, and reviews, head on over to our YouTube and search up For The Geeks Games to see all of our current and past content. Podcast episodes are uploaded a week after they record, while all other content is uploaded the day of. So go and click that subscribe button so we can get that official YouTube URL and help us help you get all that you need from our gaming services by giving you the best content and easiest access to all of the FTG video archives. And if videos aren't your preferred method of media, you can always catch us on your favorite podcast services. Whether you use Apple Podcasts, Google, or Spotify, you can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts by searching For The Geeks Podcast or For The Geeks Gamecast. Each series records every 2 weeks and posts the day after we record. You won't be able to see any videos on it, but if you want, you can check our YouTube for all of that afterwards. Thank you so much for being a supporter. Now, back to the show. Moving on, the next part is going to be the Hogwarts Legacy official gameplay trailer from Gamescom. I know you're really excited about this, Seeger. So let's give it a look-see. It does look fun. Honestly, it's super cool. Let me turn up the volume on it just a little bit.
The better prepared we'll be.
Ooh.
If either of you uses dark
Honestly,
magic, I will notify
that was my
the
fault.
headmaster immediately.
It looks like the story is going to be
Unforgivable
fucking wicked.
curses are so named for a reason.
Yeah, see, like their facial
Spell
features
that
are
will
like a
save
lot
your
better.
life shouldn't
They
be
Yes.
are. They really
Yeah,
are.
yeah, like they really are. You can actually see. You know,
Oh, I
movement and
hate
everything.
spiders.
None of us
I
will
love
be
'em
able
if
to
they're
avoid dark
fuzzy.
magic forever.
Those are
Oh,
fuzzy.
Aragon!
I like
Oh,
them.
Aragon.
To us. I can teach you
The
crucial,
body will
or I
decay.
can cast it on
The
you.
soul.
It carries on.
I'm ready. Crucio!
You've made your choice.
So I don't know what just happened right there.
I think he's doing like
There's those joggers. Yeah.
No, but I think, depending on the character you choose to play in this game, I think you literally had to kill someone right there.
No, they were shooting it at a door to open it.
Are you sure?
Yes, they were shooting it at a door. Go
'Cause the
back in
pu-
the video.
The part that
I thought we were
concerns.
dueling.
Two of you.
Oh, well, there's both of them. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. The way they said it was like, "Are you ready for this?" They made it seem like there was some sort of like.
Well, because they have to use the forbidden curse spell.
So then, who did they fucking crucio?
The door. Look back at the thing. They shot the red things at the door. Oh, cool. There's a fucking Thestral. Yeah,
Yes.
Thestral. That's neat.
Thestral.
Go back in the video and you'll see it.
I saw it. I was unsure. Where is it?
Now you're
There it is.
right there. Yeah, play it. Yeah. So like stepping back.
Are you
Look, they're
making your own
facing each
character or are you playing someone?
Yeah,
Saw
but then
that?
look at it. Shoots at the door. See, that's what they're
okay,
doing.
yeah.
Made your choice.
But then, what is the you made your choice in the weak sounding
I don't-
voice mean? That's
And how are they alive at the end? That doesn't make
I
any
don't
sense.
know. That's what concerns me. I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm
We'll have
thinking
to-
that each character has their own story, and so that's the different perspective of how they're opening that in that sense.
That's possible.
Probably.
But do you play someone, or do you?
Yes.
or,
You
do
make your own
just
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have the two of you done?
Yeah. See, they're still there.
Hey, but yeah,
That's pretty dope.
assembly of clips is a big thing to help not ruin surprises or things like that. But I've just got a major concern that you gotta murder somebody right there. We'll wait till the game comes out.
But yeah.
Did
In
did it cut out?
Discord, it does that every time we record, and I don't know why.
I don't either.
What,
It's
the
probably,
Discord cuts
honestly,
out?
it's probably my microphone, to be fair.
Yeah. I don't know why it does that. I have to like turn on chat over here to hear through the stream to see what you just said.
Do you
That-
have like voice sensitivity for your mic?
I don't know.
Like when you like, is it automatic input? You should never have it automatic input.
Oh, you
'Cause
mean like
that's
only active when there's voice activity?
yeah, no, you shouldn't do that because then it'll just cut you out randomly. Like I purposefully have mine set to minus 70 decibels, so I have a lot of room in the green to speak.
I would go and fix that right now, but I'll have to wait till afterwards because
Yeah, we'll do it later.
It'll screw up the thing. But
Anywho, that's
Hogwarts
just for
Legacy.
this.
How excited are you?
Yeah. I'm fucking excited. I've been waiting for a new Harry Potter game forever because I used to play them as a kid.
Mhm.
I love them. I love the like chamber sequence is really good because you got to explore Hogwarts and find all these little treasures in the castle and what have you. I even played like the Half-Blood Prince one, I think, at some point, which was better because the graphics were updated.
Yeah.
And I know originally this game was supposed to like it was people rumored it was an MMO. I'm sad it's not an MMO.
Yeah.
But I'm also happy that it's a single player because then if this succeeds, it can kickstart a gaming franchise with Harry Potter finally like it was meant to
Yeah.
all those years ago. But those games didn't do so well because when you make a game that's like a copy of the movies, that's just like it's not very successful. That was the thing when we were growing up was games were copies of movies. The only one that were successful was Spider-Man 2. That one
was successful for a multitude of reasons, but licensed games have the difficulty of having to prove that they have content and structure inside of them. And so they have to build off of stuff. So you don't get just the movie. You get the movie plus this random pizza delivery missions, like in Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
They were fun, don't get me wrong. But like that's the problem with most of those old licensed games is you had to fill, otherwise you had a really short game.
Oh my god, it's Gungrave!
I figured you might be excited about this one.
Yes!
This is the new exclusive cinematic gameplay trailer. This one's from... This is the wrong one. I did get the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
that's
June
from Summer
10th.
of Games.
That's Hold.
There we go. Here's the new
One day ago, bada bing, mustache, PlayStation.
Fixin'.
Turn that
there we
volume
go.
up. Let me hear it.
Hi, my name's Quartz, and I should probably catch you up.
I'll put it
I'm
right
part
there.
of a group to eradicate bad guys.
Tell me why her face looks like a really old PlayStation 1
These
character.
assholes.
Oh god, so does his.
It does. You're not wrong.
Ooh, but it looks
No
good.
said. Meet the team.
Show me something good.
Bungie. Got Dr. Aso, he's our mad genius. That's Mika. She runs this gang. And then there's Grave.
Branded Heat. Yeah.
Yeah. We're fighting the Seed, led by the witch, Big Wushen. The evil Taranti. The katana-wielding Yensen.
Let me finish him.
And lastly, Gonpo.
Okay, so it's not the same. Okay. I wonder if it takes place before. It probably takes place before.
I would say so, since Grave looks a
He
bit
doesn't have
younger.
white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brandon does not have his white hair.
Looks really gory.
Yeah,
Well, it's in gore in the title.
in gore.
Oh, this looks fun. I can't wait.
November 22nd. Only got a few more months till it's out.
I'm gonna wait till it goes on sale because I'm poor.
That's fair.
It's a smart choice too.
Yay, Sony. So what do you think?
Pretty dope.
What are you
Pretty
It's
dope.
considering?
awesome. It looks fucking banging. I can't wait.
Never heard of the series
Concerned.
before, but this looks awesome.
I'm concerned that it might be a little too PlayStation 2 era and not enough new age action adventure game. Just from the way it looks, it's a concern.
Yeah,
I
like the
wanted to-
aesthetics.
I wanted to play like those old games and have that same feel and that good old fun time, Muso action kind of thing that you used to have in almost every game.
Yeah,
You're supposed to be an overpowered anime character, so it makes sense. I'm just worried that the controls may not feel up to date or standard. Otherwise, the story looks good. Yasuhiro Naito was involved with its production as well, so,
Mm.
So yeah, should be good.
Looks banging.
Let's see. The next one up is the Fabulous Fear Machine, and this one was geared specifically for Brooks, but he's not here. So you guys are just gonna have to watch this and enjoy it with me.
Let's see.
We've been waiting.
This is a game, actually, that is being produced by AMC, the TV channel.
Ancient.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
It's kind of neat. It's weird. I don't know too much about it,
And everything you've ever
Not my
dreamt
kinda
of
game.
will be within
but
your reach.
it is a strategy kind of game, and it looks like you do these you like
Deepest
do these things in game that control certain parts of the countries. And
It's
I
like
don't know if
Civilization and all those other games, like those kind of strategies.
I wouldn't put it straight to Civilization in that sense. Like it's like you do things and those things have reactions and actions to things around you. And it looks like this character helps you make these things a reality.
The
Mhm.
machine and its agents
It's
will age.
it looks creepy. It just doesn't. It feels so unsettling.
Oh, sidebar. I like how you have XP to level 3 on the right side of your screen. the channel.
Are you willing to pay this price? Then insert your coin.
So
Yeah.
another
Am I
indie
gonna
one.
play Ink?
I don't really have any thoughts on that. It's not my kind of game. Nah,
What do you think about the premise of it?
I couldn't hear anything.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. I turned it down so we could talk over them, and I
You
didn't.
can't hear shit.
I didn't realize. You guys should have said something. I would have turned it up a little bit more sooner.
Oh,
I didn't know. I thought that was just music from it coming back.
yeah, yeah. I barely heard the voice.
That's fair. Well,
Yeah.
strategy game, kind of a card system. It looks like you pick and choose certain things to happen, and when those things happen, it changes the landscape of Europe for better or for worse. On to something a little bit more accessible to other people. I have a game called Worldless, which is the game that
Word.
This game is the one that stood out the most to me from all the indie titles. Or this is the one that stood out second most to me throughout all the indie titles.
Let me guess. Another platform.
Little
Uh-huh.
bit.
Okay.
More of a Metroidvania.
No, get back to the screen.
Oh,
God damn it. I can't see it.
More of a Metroidvania.
There we go.
But the combat itself looks different. Unique.
I like the art style.
Oh yeah, the art style is beautiful. It's just gorgeous.
I like the it's like the stick game from before. Simplicity with beauty. That's what we're going with.
Yeah.
Not like Fortnite.
Oh, that's cool.
Ugly.
You open up and that's your skill tree.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty dope. This like feels like a Limbo / Hollow Knight thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just about.
I know someone who would play that too.
Coming out 2023. It looks like it's supposed to be super fucking fun.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun. It's pretty too. Yeah, see, the aesthetics of it look pretty sick.
What was it? No. What was it? I forgot what it was called. There was one more trailer I had that I forgot to put on the dock.
Nothing.
I'll find it right now.
No.
It's got to be here somewhere.
Always wanted to do this.
What? Always wanted to do what? Oh no, Gotham Knights. Well, while we're on the topic of it, what do you guys think about Gotham Knights?
Not my kind of game either.
Yeah. Nothing.
I liked the Arkham games, and then once they split up into multiple characters, I'm just like, nope, you lost my interest.
That's fair.
I don't really care.
The
I don't care about Batman.
Arkham Knight games are supposed to be very RPG, action RPG based, so they play a lot like an RPG. The one that that Rocksteady is actually
they play
working
like
on.
Games.
Well,
you said the Arkham games.
Yeah, they're action adventures.
Yeah, you said they were RPG. I'm like,
no.
That's...
Gotham Knights is an action
there
RPG.
You go. Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's a little different. You get the 4 characters, they all play differently, they feel differently, they have different skill trees. So it not my exact thing that I wanted from it, but it is not bad. But Rocksteady's working on the next follow-up, which is Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. That's gonna be good. That's the one I'm waiting for.
Be interesting.
Here is the final random reaction trailer.
9 Years of Shadows.
This one is a me-ass fucking game.
Anime as fuck.
Yep. Very anime as fuck. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It looks so beautiful. And look, it's Griffith. It's so weird to see this, though. It's so fucking cool. She just went fucking Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah, Sailor Moon.
Yeah, there you go. Sailor Moon.
Full on Sailor Moon or Sailor Viking.
Sailor
I don't know what it is.
And panty and stocking transformation animations.
Oh, yeah.
It's a teddy bear.
Oh, my God.
Even the in-game animations, they're very 16-bit. I love games like this. These games I can play for hours. This reminds me so much of Bloodstained. I don't know if you guys ever played that one, but
never heard of it.
That one was a newer Castlevania, Metroidvania. It's super fucking fun. So good.
Another platformer.
Metroidvania. There's a difference in types of platformers, to be fair.
Yeah, but it is a platformer.
Yeah.
There are platforms, so it is a platformer.
I do like platformers. I like the old aesthetic of like, okay, up, down, left, right, real quick,
It's fun.
The art style is actually superb.
Oh yeah, just amazing. The sprites look fucking fantabulous.
Yeah.
I don't know who those composers are, but I assume they're big deals. Because the music sounds great.
Yeah, it does. The music sounds good.
It's like, I want them to redo Symphony of the Night in this way. I want a remake of Castlevania Symphony of the Night in this vein.
The only Castlevania game I ever played was Circle of the Moon on Game Boy Advance.
Circle of the Moon was all right. But Symphony of the Night was hands down the best Castlevania game I've ever played.
That's what people tell me.
And I played
Teddy Bear.
Teddy Bear's key to your sanity, I guess.
Yeah.
9 Years of Shadows.
That's a lot of
Comes out
sunlight.
on October 10th. What's the hype level? What's the hype level, folks? What do you think? What do we got?
I don't have any hype for it because I'm not gonna play it.
I give it like a 7.
It's not my cup of tea.
7, huh?
I give it a 7.
A
Low
lot of these
scores.
games are not my cup of tea.
Well, we'll move on to our last breakdown, which is going to be Focus Entertainment's Atlas Fallen.
Hope it doesn't
Atlas.
suck.
I hope not too.
The
It
sand has
looks like a good time,
memories.
honestly. I
Yeah.
like,
It
I mean,
does.
you can't really tell because it's
Yeah.
cinematics
When
only
gods
until the last
walked
9
this
seconds.
world.
But
yeah,
And our
It's-
heroes
story-wise,
stood
it sounds
amongst them.
interesting. The ability to control sand
the
and
gods'
whatever. That's not
vanity
usually a
grew.
superpower or a
And in
magic
their
power that you
struggle,
see in games.
yeah.
Usually,
we
it's the
cast
typical
away.
elements of fire, ice, water, lightning, and
Yeah.
rock.
Fucking
But
Forspoken.
Only
Stand-
remnants of
yeah.
these stories
Yeah,
remain.
Forspoken.
or even
In
like
the
light
sand.
and shadow from
Yeah.
like the
In the
darkness or other
ruins
games that use
of
light.
this shattered,
But
broken world.
we'll see if you can be like Gara and whatnot.
Honestly, from just the cinematic trailer, you know what vibe it gives me? It gives me that fucking Diablo vibe.
It gives you what? Sorry, you cut out.
Diablo. It gives
Oh,
me
okay.
Diablo vibes. Don't know why. Don't know what for, but
Remember when I saw the
Hey, look at that,
sands and
that's
everything,
cool.
them controlling sand? I was like, oh, it's like, it felt like Prince of Persia.
Sands of Time. Rewind.
Yeah, the sands of time. Yeah, rewind.
Those games were
Back.
fun.
They were. I'm waiting
Yeah,
for the
they were.
remake. I can't wait for Sands of Time remake. I will play the hell out of it. What's cool about this is the sand weapons. Sand weapons just sound like a really neat idea. According to some gameplay impressions from it and some words from the developers, there are different ways to fight your enemies. So like there's like some way that you can crystallize your enemies basically. Once you crystallize them, you can switch your weapon over to a hammer and smash them, murder them
Yeah.
instantly.
That makes sense.
So, depending on how the combat gets fleshed out towards the end of this, it could be a really unique experience, considering that you
Yeah.
can swap between weapons all the time like this.
Yeah, the sand whip. Ooh.
Yeah, that sand whip sword thing is so cool. I've always loved weapons like that.
Even
I don't know
in
why.
ruins, we endure.
So, like, if you remember Ivy from Soul Calibur, she was like one of my favorite
We
characters, just because
Oh,
her sword
yeah.
whip is so
Yeah.
intense, among
For
other
now,
reasons.
we can stand for ourselves.
Duty.
So, game looks like it might be like Monster Hunter too,
And face
considering the large
Gods.
monster.
The giant beast, the giant sand beast.
Yeah.
I suck at those games. See, here's
Oh, I
the
So
love
here's the
Monster Hunter.
gameplay.
very minimal, very fluid.
Yeah,
So the gameplay alone just makes me interested in it.
yeah.
It just looks fucking great. I definitely want to play this.
I am
Yeah.
slightly concerned about the mobility, like that little like sand gliding thing. It doesn't look super. I don't know. It looks stiff, I guess.
Not to me.
Well, only 'cause they only have like 2 shots of it. or
Yeah,
3
they
shots.
only
Yeah.
have 2 shots of it, but it just looks, it doesn't look like your character's actually moving with the sand or anything. It looks like you're floating there and your body like just sways. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't feel immersed in the motion or movement of it. But the
Yeah,
combat
what was it?
itself looks...
Forspoken had a better motion. You know, with the
exactly.
gliding.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like you were interacting with your environment as you moved.
Yeah, of course.
Given that this one's still wish list, so 2023 as a whole is what
Well,
your
monitor
your
it.
date range is for that. But
Yeah.
honestly, I'm excited for that. Atlas Fallen looks like it'll be a fun time, and we don't have enough. We don't have enough single player action adventure or co-op action adventure games in the
No,
world that are good. So we definitely need some more.
agreed.
Definitely.
So, all in all, those were some things that stood out to me. I know that you guys may not have completely paid attention to all the stuff out of Gamescom, but was there any other things that you thought were interesting coming out from Gamescom this year that you would like to bring up?
That were not shown in the video today.
Yeah.
Return to Monkey Island.
Oh,
Right off the
right.
bat. I'm excited for that because as a child, Uncle Neil,
Mhm.
he introduced me to Curse of Monkey Island, which was a
Yeah.
very punny, fun point and click adventure game, and I loved it as a child, and I still love it today. I was very happy when they remastered the original first two games and allowed you to shift between 8-bit and 32-bit version, as well as Telltale taking the
release date.
taking the helm and making a Tales of Monkey Island series. Like, this is just, it's fantastic. I love it. And I love this fucking character too. This guy's always selling, he's always trying to scam people for something. Like in the first game, he's like selling coffins. In the second one, he's selling broken down ships. And in the third one, he's selling life insurance in a graveyard. You know, he's always doing something.
Life insurance in a graveyard.
Yeah.
That's funny.
You sell life insurance in a graveyard and the main character dies, and then you're like, I'm here to collect my life insurance, and he's like, that's not how it works. You're supposed to be dead. He's like, well, I'm here. Here's my death certificate.
Well, here
and then
I
he
am.
gives him his money, and he's like, great, you made me broke.
You excited
That's
about
all the
that?
money I had.
You excited about that September 19th release date?
Hell yes.
You be playing that day and date? Day one?
I'll probably do it because it's not going to be $60.
That's fair.
And this one's actually canon because after Monkey Island 1 and 2, LucasArts took over, and the creator Ron, I think it's Ron Gilbert, he wasn't he was no longer a part of the project, so the games after that were not canon to him. So this game is truly the conclusion to the Monkey Island story of 1 and 2. So I'm excited to see where that's to go.
I was gonna say, put a quote unquote on the conclusion. We don't, you know, you never know.
Yeah,
If this
I'm
will
not
be the
sure,
end or whatnot.
but that's what he said. He's like, this is the But a lot of people from the 90s who grew up on PC gaming are looking forward to this game in particular. So that's
definitely. I don't play a lot of point and clicks, but the art style stuck out to me, so I actually might go out of my way to play it. Plus, right now the Monkey Island collection is on sale on Steam, so I mean,
it's great if you like
I've just
funny humor.
I was gonna say I've heard good things about the comedy from the game.
Humor.
Like, there's a moment in Monkey Island 2 where you go to, I don't know where it is, you get stuck in the forest, and there's a cell phone attached to the forest, and a payphone. You pick up the payphone, and then who picks up? It's the front desk of LucasArts, and you're talking to customer service in the video game, and it's like they do a whole gag on that. Yeah, it's fucking funny. It's like, I'm lost in this forest, and then the customer service person is like, oh, you need to go this way and this way and this way, and then you'll get back to where you need to go. So they break the fourth wall like that. It's fucking hilarious.
So, any other things that you guys wanted to talk about? Any other games? I heard.
Yeah, Dead Island 2 right here, and Homeworld 3.
Got it.
Personally excited for those.
Dead Island 2.
Dead Island 2. That was a big trailer, actually. That was a big thing. Last time we saw something about it was E3 2014, I believe. The game was rumored to be canceled and dead for a bunch of times.
Dead Island 2.
That's what I thought. Isn't it? Yeah, it was supposed to be dead. Isn't it supposed to be based off in California, right?
It
Hell
is.
yeah,
It
man.
sure
look at
is.
that.
Yeah.
SoCal,
right.
baby. Santa
Let's
Monica
fucking
Pier.
go. Oh, fuck yeah.
This was a huge freaking thing when it happened. I was so excited.
I forget Dead Island Riptide isn't Dead Island 2.
No, it is not.
No.
It is just
I need to play that too.
DLC.
Oh. No, I beat Dead Island 1 probably about like 25 times through with different
How long did
characters.
it take you to play through that one? Because I still haven't beaten it.
It's not that long, honestly. Depending if you're getting all the side quests done, probably I would give or take, like if you're just going in a full run through, probably about like 12 hours.
12 hours? Damn, I've spent way too much time on it then. Fuck.
If you're not doing the side quests and you're going straight on full of the story, then you'll get done a lot quicker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I need to just sit down and play the first one again, and actually fucking beat it, because, yeah, I like the concept of this game. Like, usually I think zombies are overdone, like, I just don't give a shit about them, but in this case, it works.
Yeah. No, this
Just like Dead
nice.
Rising, that game series worked for me. That shit was hilarious. And even the side game, the fan-made game, No More Room in Hell, which is actually having a sequel whenever the hell that's getting released. That was a really good zombie game too.
So, fun fact, February 3rd release date for this one. 6 different characters to play. All of them completely different, apparently. So,
can't wait.
Full free roam in LA. Sounds good. I've always wanted to run around LA with zombies.
That sounds nice.
Hell
Always
yeah,
wondered what it
yeah.
would be like.
They're gonna
Now
come here eventually.
Yeah,
You're gonna see
eventually.
them all on the highways.
Yeah, just all
Filled up
stuck
the
on the
highways.
highways. It's still,
Yeah,
even in
on
the
the-
zombie apocalypse, there's still going to be traffic on the 405. Is what
We'll be
you're
on the
telling me?
210, the 5, the 1.
Oh my god! Every trafficy freeway, the zombies are going to be like, we got to fuck it up for people who are still alive.
No, like, yep, we're gonna stop them. They're gonna try to go through here. Nope. Zombies, no.
All right, and moving to Homeworld 3. We finally got some actual gameplay footage at opening night live, and here it is. So tell us about this game, since you, Snivels, love this game so much.
I don't really know the story. I don't remember the story, but this is like Eve, where you have massive space fleets. You go through outer space, and it's an RTS game, and you have to command fighter squadrons, gigantic fleets to take out the enemy and whatnot. It's a really cool, very, very beautiful outer space game. Again, because it's more like a single-player version of Eve and minus the Excel sheet. So as you can see here, just the graphics of grandiose space battles.
Yeah.
That's what you can see in these games. I mean, you got fighter squadrons going through massive fucking thruster graveyards of these gigantic capital ships and whatnot.
Yeah.
So these kind of games really will push you to think over the edge how you want to take out the enemy and whatnot, and what's the best strategy to do so.
Yeah.
So
it looks like fun, because I'm a fan of like strategy games like this, like Age of Empires.
See, I need to actually
things.
sit down and play the remastered version, because I bought it on Steam, but I never gave it a chance, unfortunately.
This looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
I love outer space games.
Space combat seems interesting, and I wonder how it translates as a strategy game. Like, how will it play out? I saw that in the beginning, you can see that they run behind. They send a squadron of people behind like a piece of debris that's just floating up there in the air. Somebody can find it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Using it for cover. Yeah.
Using and they're doing it in 3-dimensional movement, so it's not like I put it here and like the line just goes in one direction. Like, if you can see it, there's that little point where the line goes up behind the cover.
Yeah.
So it seems like there's a lot of thought into the mobility of the game, and a lot of thought into how you're gonna have to plan stuff out, which honestly sounds pretty cool. The Homeworld 3 was a whole ass meme during Summer Games Fest, because it was literally just a trailer every 5 seconds, like Homeworld 3, and it was all just developer shots of like ships and outer space.
Oh my god.
So getting to actually get gameplay and see what it looks like actually made me a little more excited for the game.
We scrambled bombers.
So we can look forward to that sometime soon, hopefully. Don't know exactly when. First half 2023 is what it looks like.
Okay.
So not too long. We got a release window. That's good.
Yeah.
So yeah. Overall, so now that we're at the end of our episode, I was originally going to jump into a couple things that I wanted to ask you guys' opinion on news-wise, but I feel like it's better to just stick and focus straight on Gamescom for this episode. So,
yes, I agree.
Give me a rating. I want an honest-to-God rating. Now that you know and now that you've seen the things from Gamescom, what is your rating for Gamescom in the For The Geeks scale? And if you recall, it's going to be a 1 through 5 scale to simplify things. 1 to 5.
Okay.
1 to 5. 1 to 5. How do you feel about Gamescom after watching all these videos, after seeing all these things? What's your rating? What's your score? Let me start with you, Jack, since you wanted to blurt out 5 right away.
Oh, I did. I had to be a 5. I did like how they had the whole fucking setup at Gamescom. Normally at some industries that whenever they do it, they have like the awkward, people talking through it, the announcers and things like that. But no, it actually was pretty good. I did get to watch a little bit of the Gamescom.
Nice. Jeff Keighley is a good speaker, so opening night live was fun, albeit the opening night live was only like gameplay trailers, but cinematic trailers. Forgive me. We got a lot more out of the days. Seeger, what do you give it? What do you got?
Damn, I was gonna say there's another trailer there that I wanted to see in case it was new, the Expanse. But I'm gonna have to agree and give it a 5 because my friend said in my conversation with him yesterday, this is better than E3. And like I wasn't expecting, some of the games here to look so interesting, such, as the stick figure whatever game.
Of Nostal Gaia.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
game just looked like I didn't see that coming. So that looks fucking amazing. I didn't know Homeworld was getting a sequel. I didn't know Dead Island was getting a sequel, and this convention does a better job of not having extra bullshit that's not important like E3 does, because they have a lot of pre-show content that is completely irrelevant and nobody cares about. So it's better just to cut straight to the game or stuff that gamers want to listen to and talk about, and that's what they seem to do here. So I like that.
Straight to the points. Yep.
I like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I agree. From a consumer standpoint, everything that I've seen so far from Gamescom has been very geared to getting you gameplay footage, getting you hands-on time for all of the other journalists in the industry, and getting people to actually see what progress is being made on these games, as opposed to just getting all these trailers. Sorry, something got in my eye that hurt. Ow. Though, taking it from the prosumer level, I feel like there's just some things that are missing for me. Not so much the game floor. From all the videos we saw of the game floor, everything looked pretty well done, pretty well displayed. I'm going with a 4 out of 5 for it, personally, just because there was some things missing in the sense of there were less big games. All the big games that we saw were things that we heard about already, mostly.
Yeah.
Aside from like Atlas Fallen and Dead Island 2 and a handful of other games, a lot of these were just catch-ups on games that we already knew about. People watching this for seeing more information on God of War Ragnarok, I'm assuming. We all should have known that Sony wasn't going to be here in some major way. We got one good thing, which was the DualSense Edge, which is PlayStation's answer to an Xbox Elite controller. That's cool. And I thought that was great. For me, that's freaking awesome. I can't wait to get my hands on a DualSense Edge. It's going to feel amazing because the DualSense itself already is amazing. But yeah, it was a good show. Honestly, it gave a lot of visual to games that we did want to know more about. There were a handful of developer interviews that gave us information that we wanted to hear about the progress of certain games and what they did, how they got to where they are on their game, how much longer we can expect things. There's a lot of neat indie titles that I actually appreciated a lot more, because having a lot more indie coverage makes it a more even playing field for those kinds of small developers. On top of that, a lot of European developers coming out of this Gamescom, just because, it's in Germany, and I would feel like we're cheating out the rest of the gaming world if those developers didn't get a chance to put their stuff on the big stage, as opposed to all the American companies. So, I'm all for it, but hands down, 4 out of 5. It was a great show. It was really good. I got a lot of information and new games I wanted out of it. Just not as many big titles that I wanted out of it.
Even still, not so much as a negative though.
No, not enough.
So I do like, I still like seeing a lot of the indie games popping up and things like that.
Yeah, they're interesting.
So, with the three of us here, we can actually come to a true consensus about this. We are going to give this Gamescom. Anybody hear me? Am I cutting out still? I started getting too loud. That's why.
It's Discord.
For the Geeks.
Yeah, it's Discord.
Official review recap. We're going to score it 5 out of 5. 2 to 1 wins a 5 out of 5 score for Gamescom. And just as one last treat, because Seeger was so excited about it, we're going to play the Expanse gameplay reveal trailer and give you a little look at what we can
Turn the volume up
expect
for the video
from this game. This is a new Telltale series based on the Expanse show. So let's hit that button and swap it. I think we need a little more volume, yeah?
Let's see what we can do. Captain Drummer, what are your orders?
Okay.
The Expanse is obviously one of those universes that has a ton of opportunities to tell great stories. One of the things I'm super excited about is the zero-G stuff that we've been doing. A big part of when we're making the game, not only are we thinking about the characters, we also have to think about how can we evolve the genre in any way. Or
Yeah,
what will
the
make
fucking one of the
players
big
excited
things
to be
with the
part of this
Expanse
universe
and
and
why
feel like they're
people love it
engaging
is
in something
scientifically
rather than just being a
they are the
passive
most
audience member.
accurate sci-fi show ever made. Like
know
they
you
pay
are.
attention to the littlest of
It's
details
actually
when
been
it
a
comes
really
to
interesting thing as an actor to
science
explore
and outer
some of
space
her
stuff.
more
So
vulnerable sides
I'm
that by
excited
the
for
time
it.
we meet her
Yeah,
in the series,
really accurate with
they've
their
been
shit.
cauterized.
Yeah, and she's a great character and actor. Carmina Drummer.
Score any scavenger has ever come across.
It's a TV show that's basically like Game of Thrones in outer space. Everybody's at each other's throat over resources.
Makes
Earth
sense.
and Mars are trying not to kill each other while a third party wants them to kill each other.
craziness.
And then
Yeah.
you have an
Exploded
outside
ship
party
that
that
now
just came out of
constitutes several parts
nowhere
en
and then
masse.
is just throwing
You can
everything
move
off
them all.
balance.
And
It's
balancing that
really
out against
it's
almost
political
like you're
and it's also
executing a
really
story.
it's really well
That's a
done.
personal story. Those are people. Those are characters.
What was the show
and
called
you are
again?
now
The Expanse.
among
The
the
Expanse.
ghosts.
It has 6
Whatever
seasons.
they were
It's
doing
definitely
right
one of the
before they
best
died.
sci-fi shows I've
Being a
seen in years.
scavenger, pretty dark job.
I'll have to take a look at that
Because
later.
they put a lot of effort on the
really
political
excited about
aspect
how
of
it feels
Earth
to
is for the
play
rich and
and
wealthy,
experience
Mars
this
is just a secondary blue collar place, and then there's even actually not even blue collar, that's like middle class and lower. And then you have the asteroid belt, which is made up of the blue collar force entirely, because water is treated like a scarcity, because that's something you'll run out of at some point in the future is water, and you're gonna have to treat that as fucking gold and silver at that point, or even precious metals. Because I know
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson said the best way to become a trillionaire in this day and age is to set up a satellite and a mining operation on an asteroid, because asteroids today you can mine them and you'd have access to all the metals that are here on Earth but are hard to get to. If you can mine all that shit in outer space today, you'd be a fucking trillionaire in no time, because you would be able to monetize that. So in the Expanse, they do that with water. And what I can't wait to see here is because Carmina, she's part of that blue collar asteroid belt, the Belter race in a sense. I'm going to say race, but they're all humans. But if you're born in the asteroid belt, you're going to live a tough life for the rest of your life, because Earth and Mars both look down upon you as the crappy blue collar society that they are. And she's a part of the fighting force that wants to create equality between Earth and Mars. So I can't wait till this game comes out, because Telltale's done a really good job. I've only played season 1 of The Walking Dead, and I thought it was fantastic. I didn't beat it, and then I played all 5 episodes of Tales of Monkey Island, which were fantastic. So I can't wait till this game comes out.
Excellent. I mean, a new Telltale game series sounds really fun.
After they went bankrupt too, or whatever that was, and then they came back.
I thought that's what happened.
While I am not massively excited for the Expanse like you are, I am really excited for The Wolf Among Us 2, which I didn't get any gameplay footage or anything.
Right,
of,
a lot of people are
makes me
excited
want
for
to cry. The Wolf Among Us is so good. It's one of my favorite games. Oops. Instrumatter in the chat says the original books are great too. I don't know. I've never read the Expanse books. I didn't know they had books.
Me
I thought
neither.
it was just a TV show.
I didn't even know
they're based off the books, and the books, according to Uncle Neil, they're really good as well. So yeah.
Well, we'll have to check that out.
Yeah, definitely.
In the meantime, that's going to wrap it up for this episode.
Yes.
So thank you, everyone who tuned in. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for sticking around for the live show. We do appreciate it, but that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for stopping by and
thank you
listening
guys.
to us rant and ramble, rabble. If you enjoyed us, head on over to our Patreon, where you can subscribe at the general support level, just for $1. That $1 goes from things to buying new microphones, cameras, and making our production better, to ramen whenever Seeger gets hungry, I guess.
Yes.
Top row man.
Right now, I haven't had lunch yet.
It'll really help us move forward with our production and make sure that we can start getting bigger projects rolling. So if you want to see more, please consider giving us $1. Again, this is the For The Geeks Gamescast, where once every other week, maybe, I still have yet to work out that schedule. We're going to get to talk together. We're going to get together to talk about all the things we love about video games, and sometimes the things that frustrate us. If you would like to follow us on all of our socials, we have a link tree that you can click down in our bio on Twitch and in the description on YouTube once this video is posted to YouTube. From there, you can access the link to our YouTube, our Instagram, our Twitter, our Twitch, and access to where all the podcasts are posted. For those of you who aren't subscribed, you can get the podcast when it goes up the very next day on your favorite podcast apps all over the internet. Now, Mr. Seeger, if anybody wanted to get in touch with you or ask you about your amazing design skills as you created our intro graphic for us, where can they find you?
Well, you can find my photography Instagram at Seeger VFX. You can also find my gaming Instagram at Seeger Plays, by Twitch, twitch.tv/Seeger Plays, and my Twitter handle is at Seeger Plays as well.
Excellent. And Jack, if the folks wanted to watch you play some Apex when you're not on the company's streaming setup, when can they find you?
They can find me on Twitch at Jack_Skellington. You can also find me on Instagram, Jack Skellington. I believe the Skellington has a 0 instead of an O.
Zero instead of an O. We'll have to double check that, but we'll make sure that we get the right information out to you guys.
Creative.
For everyone else that's been watching and listening, thank you again.
Thank you, guys.
And we will catch you guys later. This episode will be up on Monday morning at 10 a.m. on podcast services if you want to listen to it later. And the video will be going out, I want to say, by Wednesday. So, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the Gamescom. And remember, game like you mean it.